Hey guys, this is DbdKmp, the best tip in the house, and welcome to another update video. Now, try not to pay attention to any icons down below or the icons up above, because that literally means nothing to it. But instead, try to focus it on more on the background. I will eventually update that at some point in the future. Right now, this is just a regular update video, and I wanted to make this video because of the description that I just created for I didn't create the I added some things to it though that is originally there, but no one ever seems to write this down when they're typing this out for actual information. It didn't even confirm source. But anyway, so I'm going to show you something that I don't normally do. Now this will consist of showing you something, not a video perhaps anything, but a description, because I want to talk to you about it, and it's called Chrono Trigger. Now, Chrono Trigger has 4 videos. It's going to have 5 today, so that means it'll be released today, as well as, well, actually probably 6, because I'm going to make at least 2 of those, and maybe make 1 video of IOG, since IOG has more now. It's actually 5 total, which I'll show you right quick. See that right there? 5 ones. Yeah, well, anyway, that one there has it, but it's not ready to be released because we're not ready to go on to. Neither is this one here. The reason is because the 2 Let's Plays or playthroughs, I mean, are not finished yet. I mean, they are practically there. Don't get me wrong. It's not that. It's just they're not actually done. I haven't recorded the rest of them, and I have not even posted them. So that's the 2 things right. Those are the things right there that needs to be done: recorded, uploaded, and posted. The 3 things in order for that to be completed. And so that those are also as well as the requirements in order for me to start releasing. Even if I've already had, which I, again, anyway, released a couple of videos, which I should not have done, but oh well. It was for twofold, because for one, it was an introduction to introduce the game, as well as so it wouldn't get buried, because, believe it or not, it was starting to get buried for some reason or another. I don't know why, but things have changed again, so I'm not going to complain that they're not being buried. So anyway, here's the description. Now, I put that there because it needs to be there for all copyrighted, trademarked material is owned, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's for a reason. Anyway, I happened to actually look this up. Most of this, anyway. I knew that there was something to do with Kiryu Toriyama, but, I didn't even know that. Especially, it's also supposed to be, Nobuo Uematsu supposed to be helping with the original creation of it. I don't know what that entails, but, anyway, that's not what's in the description. It's there's a limit to how much you can put into a description, which is stupid too, but oh well. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about here specifically was why I said America and North America, in case you're confused. Because even though it's the same country, but there is a difference because of how it was released. See, originally it was released in North America, which means it was in the north part of America, but not all of America had it yet. That's right. Even though that a lot of the North America actually received their first copies, and even though actually at the time before that, the very first creation and copies were released solely and exclusively to Japan, as per any game that's ever been made in Japan. That's another thing I was not thinking about discussing, but you know what? It needs to be said as well because it's not there. But anyway, generally basing on America, it wound up being in 2000, generally around anywhere from there to 2005, is when we all really had the copies of Chrono Trigger. Now, I'm not going to say that I personally had it in 2001, because I wouldn't claim or cost to that. But I know I've had my hands on one time or another. In other words, I'm not going to claim that I actually had it in that year, but as far as America is concerned, yeah. Because there is a difference. I mean, there isn't really a difference in terms of it being generally being America, no, but where it's being released at. Like, a lot of times games get released to half of a country. And as you know, America is very big and it has a lot of states. So yeah, but even then, it gets split off into mostly that. Just like, okay, when you think about the North Pole and the South Pole, although they're not related to America, in it being that it's not a country, but it is related to it being that, okay, like, if you were to go to the North Pole, you're not going to be at the South Pole, for example, but they are kind of the same in terms of being icy and wintry, from what I've heard anyway. I don't know. I've never been there. But I have no doubt in my mind that they are. So anyway, the point is that, okay, what I'm trying to drive at here, the point is the fact of what the hell I'm talking about here, so that you don't get confused about why I said America and North America. Because even though they are the same, there is a difference because of where they were released. Ultimately, yes, in 2001, they were released to America, but not right away. Not in the first part of it. The first part was for the North America, which means part of the United States was received it before the last part did. That's how they always have done it. I don't know about now, in this particular time period. And just in case you're wondering what FF12 is, it's Final Fantasy 12 because I've seen some images. Because like where it says right here, this game has random battles much like FF12. So if you don't get the reference, then you haven't seen FF12. See, FF12 plays much like this game. This game actually would be the original progenitor or creation of it's still random, just like it is in that game, but they're more visible. And the difference is that the 12 is more graphically involved and it has a lot more story to it, and it's Final Fantasy. But however, there are no techniques that I know of. Maybe there is. I don't know. I don't know too much. I didn't bother to look that up. And yes, there is a sequel to this. It's called Chrono Cross. Now, Chrono Cross in itself actually has no character by the name of Chrono. That much I could tell you. And I'm not going to promise you or guarantee that I may or may not play that game in the future. And if I do, it'll be on BitChute, probably solely. Because as you know, I don't do PlayStation games. Not right now, anyway. But I intend to take out and knock out all the Nintendo games, because that's what I want to do. At least old classic games before PlayStation became a thing. But anyway, yes, I will be playing. Some of them will be kind of looking familiar about like what the Blacking has, except you'll see a difference. He won't have like Final Fantasy 1, 2, or and no, I'm not going to tell you if I'm going to play that or not. I may or may not. It depends, but that's something that's probably going to be somewhere later on down the line. And anyway, Final Fantasy 5 even, and 4 I will be playing on the original. Maybe not. I don't know. But it all depends on what the future holds and what we got left. And just remember, I got to I'll keep in mind that I have to get rid of some things off of there to make room for some of these titles. Not all of them will be removed. I will be definitely keeping Mystic Quest because I like Mystic Quest. I don't know about Zelda, at least for mobile anyway. Because Zelda is a pain in the butt anyway. For mobile, way worse than anything that I've ever known. And then I've got a game I want to start recording that's going to replace Brainlord if I don't get a chance to. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and record a video anyway, or two so often. But to kind of tie over until I can get into the whole process. I may switch. I hate to say it may change because of what I intend to do. Like I said, I will be going back to SMW and ActRaiser and beating those. I can't say I've ever beaten them, because that would be a lie. And I'm not going to lie to you, even though I could, but, and I'm capable of it. I'm not afraid to admit that, but I'm not about to. Anyway, so the thing is that that's what I want to take care of, and also I want to take care of ActRaiser, its sequel, and I will, but I'm not going to do it like right away. I'll wait to do ActRaiser 2. I mean, not 2. Its sequel. Yeah, okay, yeah, ActRaiser 2, whatever. At a later time. Because I have other projects I want to accomplish, and I'm probably going to wind up getting rid of that one ultimately for mobile, because that one's even having problems. I mean, actually, it plays a little bit more better in terms of loading, but in terms of fighting, it's still just as directed. Because actually, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I've actually said this or not on video, but I actually played a little bit of it to see how far I can get and what was going to happen, because, as you know, I have terrible controls most of the time when it comes to these games. And it's, even though it's on the same console, it's just that for some reason or another, it doesn't like it being on mobile. But yet, somehow, it's still kind of compatible enough to be on mobile. But in any case, yes, I will be taking care of ActRaiser when I come back to PC. Now, like I said, I may stop on that project, but here's the thing. Here's the good thing. I will be getting a backlog going, and then once those are taken care of, because you already know that I've already got them up there, and I want to finish them, and I will. It's not that I won't do it. I just can't do it the way that things are. People say that there's no such thing as can't. Well, it depends on if there's a reason. See, the thing is I'm being stopped by controls that are being absolutely a pain in the butt, and that's not even right. So, either way, I want to continue on, and I will definitely do that. And I will definitely post or upload a video to a couple of them, maybe at the most, for that game that's going to be replacing them. And you will already know what it is when the time comes out. And that's if I wind up having to releasing it before I can get to a computer. Because I intend to get back to a computer, but I won't promise you either that it will be right away or after. It might be after, or it might just be beforehand. I don't have no way of knowing. All I know is that's in time's hands. But I do intend to get back to PC, as well as I do intend to get back to playing and finishing off ActRaiser and SMW, which actually starting with SMW first, and then going to ActRaiser, since I've already got those started, and I didn't even want to get them started. Well, not that I didn't want to get started at all. I just didn't want to get started and then stop, and then be like, oh, well, okay, and then start on Brainlord. Although I didn't. Let's not to say again that I wouldn't want to start it at all. Period. It's just, like I said, like when you're in the middle of a project and you have to stop and think about what you can do in the meantime until it gets fixed, because you have to have a subsidiary, especially if you've made your mind up to make 3 projects, and that's insane. It's even more insane if you try to do 6 projects, which I am not about to do. And like I said, I might do 4 projects. I might. I'm not going to promise or guarantee that, but if it happens, it happens. So, because this is during the week, by the way. And if I do happen to do a 4th project, it would be more of a fighting game, or a game of a sort that is not going to be a playthrough of anything. I will still post videos, don't get me wrong, here and there, but I may, because my main stick as far as recording and uploading goes is at least 3 days a week. And that's not including the posting to the public. Once I get enough, I'm going to still be able to, I still have to basically consider the whole idea of, posting, and it being buried at some point or another, which means I have to go through the YouTube app, which is not a problem. The studio app, or what do we call it? Even though that it doesn't do any good when it tells you got a copyright claim or something like that, which I don't really understand at all. So, Anyway, so here's the thing, though, as well. Because my regular schedule for recording, and again, is not a promise or guarantee will last that way. But I will definitely make an effort to do it. I mean, I may have to, once in a while, not even bother because I have to do certain things. And that's through Friday, from Friday to Sunday. And that's just a schedule that I've set up for myself that I don't have to do. But during the week as well, I tended to record other videos now that I've established that I'm almost done with 2 games. Not the third one, mind you. That one will also have a backup if someone, it'll fall upon. I should say more like 3 backups that are counting Super Mario World first, and then that followed by ActRaiser. And then we'll finish it off with that game that we've already started, if we haven't already started it yet. Which I am hoping that I can go ahead and do this game before I start that, but if not, well, then I'm not. I'm happy either way to do them. It's just, I'm not looking forward to it, because I hate to do it and not be able to get those projects done. And neither am I looking forward to not being able to get it started. But either way, it won't, when the time comes, of course. But right now, I'm going to be on a slow progress of recording and uploading said game that's going to be replacing all 3 of those games that are on the 3rd project roster right now. Even though that those are put on hold right now. Not permanently. Just on hiatus until I have a better way to have better controls over that. And Brain Lord is still a continuous thing. I've got I think I gotta go with that. I am at 190 videos, by the way. And I'm still waiting on videos to process, which is very, very ridiculous. I don't know why it's doing it. It's like it's doing a double process or something. And it absolutely makes no sense to me. That's what YouTube's doing. I mean, it don't make no lot of sense. Even if it's a game, even if it's a video that's not been running for very long, it takes forever to process it. And yet somehow or another, it releases it long enough for me to say, okay, well, you can release it now, the next day, or whenever you decide you want to. Okay, but does that stop people from watching my video, or what? Because I don't really get the whole idea of why they're doing it. Maybe they're slowing down on their internet capability, I don't know. But that's just absolutely, if they are, even though this is not for kids, so, it would be completely asinine. That's not a word or catchphrase I use very often, but I'm not afraid to use it either. Asinine. It's very, very asinine of them to do that, because it's hard enough to take the time to record and upload when you have limited space. And especially, even if you could get on a computer, you can only upload so many at a time, and have, 1 or 2 maybe going to upload, depending on how good your service is and how many they allow. It's hard enough. I mean, when it comes to mobile, though, you can only upload one. And if you do upload more than one, it takes over the other one, and it stops the other one from doing anything. And it's just like, no, I don't want to do that. And that's the thing. I don't want it to do that. I'd rather just go ahead and upload that, even if it takes time to do it. And, you know, which, I guess if I had to put up with it, then I had to put up with it. I hate to put up with it for, like, 2 to 3 hours or something, but I would rather do that instead of having to start all over, which sometimes can happen too, by the way. Or that it has to stop it when it's a long video as it is, you know, and then boom. Even if that one's a short video, or if that one's longer, I don't want it to do that. It'd take too long as it is. Anyway, this has been DbdKmp plays or does an update, an announcement update video in regards to a description that I have made into specifically about America and North America because of the reasons that of how it was released. Just so you know as well. And it will be released, the playlist, today. Anyway, bye-bye.